Hello friends, this is Dr. Vil Kumar Shilu and I sincerely welcome all you people in my channel named Viral Shilu. Today I'm just going to share my views on one of the most important topics, and that is of self-esteem. Most of us are very much aware about the term self-esteem, but practically we don't know how to increase our self-esteem to face any situation in our life quite fearlessly. So in this video, I'm just going to share some of the practical tips with the help of which you would be not only able to increase your self-esteem, but you would be feeling with full of confidence while facing any situation in your life. In its common parlance, if you are asked to define the term self-esteem, we would simply say self-esteem is person's overall sense of self-worth or personal value. It means how you consider yourself, how valuable you are to yourself. In other words, self-esteem simply means your opinion of yourself and your abilities. And it is of course very much important for all of us to feel very much valuable to ourselves first, because unless we are confident, unless we will be considering our own self-worth, we may not be able to deliver something what we are expected to deliver in particular situation. Self-esteem could be too high, self-esteem could be too low, and even we need to strike a balance between these too high and too low. Now, what is the ideal self-esteem to be having on the part of an individual? I'll simply say having extreme high self-esteem or having extreme low self-esteem could certainly be very much harmful to the person's mental health. So you need to strike a balance between this extreme high and extreme low, and you need to be very much positive and realistic about your own capabilities, and that is to be regarded as one of the best self-esteem for yourself. Now I'm just going to share some of the practical ways through which you would be increasing your self-esteem. Let me just start with the first one, and that is list your accomplishment. You must have accomplished, you must have achieved something in your life so far. Try to write them down and try to think about all those achievements, all those accomplishments, what you did so far. If you just keep thinking about those things, it must be giving you a lot of energy. It must be increasing your confidence to do something new which may be related to those accomplishments or which may not be related to those accomplishments. But at least you would be developing a sense of confidence, a sense of being capable to do something in your life. One of the another ways through which you would be increasing your self-esteem is to stand at the edge of your comfort zone. As long as you are part of your comfort zone, as long as you are feeling very much easy and cozy what you are just doing, you may not be understanding the real self-worth of yourself. But once you would be leaving the comfort zone, once you would be accepting the challenges, you know what we call it as pushing that envelope, pushing your limits. Once you start doing such exercise of pushing the envelope, you must be understanding that you are worth doing something which you would have thought not to be accomplished by you. So it is also very much important for all of us to sometimes come out of our comfort zone and accept the challenges which must be increasing our confidence, which must be making us feel very much self-worth. Your self-esteem is directly related with the emotional state of your mind. So one of the another ways through which you would be increasing your self-esteem is to help others. You may be good at something, you may be having a different set of skills. So try to share those skills with the others. Say for example, if you are good at teaching, you may make other people learn some new concept. If you are good at computers, you may share your computing skills with others, those who are in need of. That must be giving you a sort of kick, that must be giving you a sort of you may say that confidence. So helping others is also one of the ways through which you would be certainly increasing your self-esteem. Our self-esteem is also largely attributed with the people we live in, with the people we just get ourselves surrounded with. So let the negative people be out of your life. You need to be with someone who really value your presence, who really value your opinion, who really appreciate for what you are. So you should never be part of some group or such people or such social gathering where there would be a lot of negative people, because those negative people will just have one thing to make, and that is to criticize your achievements, criticize your abilities in one way or other, and that must be just influencing the overall self-esteem what we just have for ourselves. So get yourself surrounded with good people, and even it is just believed by most of the psychologists that if you are just part of a positive group, that must be generating a lot of positive vibes. If you are just getting yourself surrounded with a lot of positive people, in that case it must be overall keeping you people very much happy all the time. So to just increase your self-esteem, get surrounded by such friends who really value for what you are. In my opinion, one of the other ways to increase your self-esteem is to be a lifelong student. Yes, you need to be learning a lot of things all the time. You may be part of different situations, you may be just seeing new people, and try to learn different things at a different point of time. Never say no to learning. If you are a lifelong student, it must be giving you a lot of knowledge, and that knowledge would become a base to improve the overall self-esteem for yourself. Many of the psychologists are of the opinion that what we are is what we think, and what we think is what we read. So you should always be very much careful about the books you read. I'm not saying you shouldn't be reading something of your interest, but try to have space for the inspirational books. You should at least, once a while, you should be just paying more attention to the inspirational book. That would be bringing in a lot of positivity. That would be just changing the overall attitude. That would also be just improving the way in which you look at the world. So try to read as many inspirational books as possible, and that would certainly be giving a lot of boost to improve the overall self-esteem for yourself. You may be surprised to know that one of the other ways through which you would be increasing your self-esteem is to care about the way you look. Yes, I still remember maybe before a decade or so when I used to enter inside the class with a very clean shaven face, some of my students used to comment that you got a lot of confidence today, you are exhibiting a lot of confidence in the lecture. So the way in which you are looking would also be directly related with the self-esteem you have. So always try to have a very tidy, neat and clean look. Your appearance does matter when it comes to your self-esteem. And the last practical tip I would just like to share with all you people is always remember no one is perfect. Yeah, that's true, and that holds true for all of us. Perfect character or perfect protagonist would be found in fairy tales, in novels and in Bollywood movies only. In reality, everyone is just bound to commit a mistakes, and you are not an exception to that. But you are the best if you would be learning from your mistake. You are the best if you would be converting your mistakes into your opportunities, and finally you would be emerging as a successful person in your next attempt. So in my concluding remarks, I'll simply say, stop worrying about the people, what they say or what they feel for you. Instead, you keep walking in the direction where you will be just reaching at your destination. Try to help others, try to read good books, and importantly, keep accepting the challenges. If you keep thinking about the past, importantly bad past, it is going to land you nowhere. But if you are very much constructive about your future, it must be making you very much close towards your goal, or even it must be making you to reach at your desired destination. Wishing you all a very good self-esteem for yourself. Thank you very much.